welcome to Voila! Now it almost escaped me that today is the 2-year anniversary, or blogiversary if you will, of Voila. Quick reflections, it's been so much fun, I love making food, I love sharing it with you. I've gotten some great kitchen gadgets and cookbooks, and some of the two most fun things that I've gotten, one is the chef's mock, which y'all have already seen, and two is this really neat homemade apron from my friend Christina's mom. Thank you, Janice. So, in honor of Voila's blogiversary, we are making a birthday cake, a yellow cake, chocolate frosting, your standard but delicious basic birthday cake. So let's get started. Okay, so now we first start with the dry ingredients. We have 4 cups of flour. Now I didn't have cake flour, so I'm double sifting just regular all-purpose flour. That's done, set that aside, and now on to the wet ingredients. Right now I'm holding the computer while electric mixing, so I don't know how the shot is looking, but hopefully it looks alright. I just added 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and now we're going to go on to adding 4 eggs, one at a time. Next up, 2 cups of buttermilk, and actually this is regular milk with a couple tablespoons, or a couple teaspoons, I don't know, I just squeezed half a lemon into it, lemon juice with milk, and that kind of is a good substitute for buttermilk if you don't have it on hand. So we just want to add a little bit of flour at a time, so just kind of maybe, I don't know, 3/4 a cup at a time, and at this point I'm just going to use a spatula and kind of mix it all together. So at this point we take our cake mix and put it into the 2 buttered and parchment papered pans, and then put it in the oven for about 35-40 minutes. So while the cakes are cooking, we have to obviously have some frosting on our cake. So we're going to make some homemade chocolate frosting right now. So we have 3 bars of chocolate here, and what you're going to do is chop them up or break them up with your hands, put them in a glass bowl, and you can either melt it over simmering water, in a very little simmering water in a small saucepan, or to save time like I will, so I have time to make the cake and dinner for tonight, I'm just going to put it in the microwave and cook the chocolate at about 30-second intervals and stirring in between until it's all melted. So while the chocolate is melting, we now turn to the rest of the frosting, which will require 2 1/4 cup of room temperature sour cream, a 1/4 cup of corn syrup, and vanilla, and to enhance that little chocolate flavor we have some coffee. Voila! We have homemade, I guess not buttercream, but sour cream chocolate frosting. This goes in the refrigerator for about half an hour to kind of cool down, thicken a little bit. The cakes are almost done. See how you can just use your time wisely? And then we'll assemble. Okay, now it is time for the literal icing on the cake. We have our 2 cakes, are delicious. This is so good, you guys. Anyway, well, let's ice the cake and eat it. Wow, look at that cake. A couple of final sprinkles and maybe a little cake writing, if you will, then we'll eat it. So I'm trying to squeeze this cake decorating icing out of here, and it looks like it's Play-Doh. So you know what? I'm not going to use it. Look at that beautiful, monstrous cake, even if it's discolored because of the light in our apartment. Now, as part of our 2-year thrill in cooking and baking, James has been part of videos. He's made a couple dishes. If you go way back into the archives, James makes dinner. It was supposed to be a special, an ongoing special, but it never happened.
It's still ongoing. It's just a long period between.
It's few and far between. And so again, he makes an appearance as the official tester of Voila. And here we go with our birthday cake for Voila. Ready?
Ready?
The frosting is still a little warm, so you may want to keep it in the fridge a little longer, but I don't think it takes away at all.
There's a good dark chocolate tinge, just a tinge of it in the icing. So keep it coming back and forth. As for the cake, spongy, moist, and full body.
Woo! Happy birthday, Voila!